Whoa.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
I was not headbanging into that at all.
No, neither was I.
That was still no. Yeah.
Hope I don't get a copyright claim.
No, that was not copyright. I actually got that's all off of the what is that, Power Director stuff. So yeah,
Nice.
drill over there.
Cool.
Does it really matter? Because they just copyright whatever the hell they want. Anyway.
Yeah, they don't give a fuck. The pricks. Merry Christmas, you copyright assholes.
Merry Christmas, everybody. Welcome.
No, that's when they put a copyright claim, and then when you go check it, it's like, oh, they've approved this for YouTube use.
Yeah,
then why the hell are you
Yeah,
claiming
right.
it?
Yeah, exactly.
It's just to be annoying. That's all it is.
I
Yeah.
love
Hey,
the. I
hey,
love
T-Bunny,
the.
I
Your
had-
brother is watching you.
I had somebody, T-Bunny, about 2 months ago, copyright claim the intro song that I used, which is public domain, over 120 years old, and it's also registered as public domain by the United States federal government because it's a John Philip Sousa song, the Liberty Bell March. And some guy tried to, claim it. And I'm like, well, I got the receipts, pal. So I disputed it, sent all the information, never heard anything. And 30 days later, it got dropped.
Well, get this. We did a stream where we live watched the Buckaroo Banzai. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, and it got took down. Okay. Now this Buckaroo Banzai has been free on YouTube for years, decades, actually.
Yeah.
Decades. And they struck us for watching it live on the stream.
Well,
I mean, we're not even monetized. We weren't making any money off of it. Nobody's making money off of this shit, and we got it taken down. And I was like, what the hell?
We did a stream a couple months back too, and we got the whole stream taken down because Willie sent me a link to a YouTube channel. So this is actually on their YouTube channel. It's up and running of a Brazilian. It was a Brazilian CCTV footage of people getting run over. Okay. So they yanked the whole video and said it was. Gave me a warning. Gave me it was something about their violence and all that stuff like that. But the YouTube channel that we were linking off of is still up.
Well, Pops showed up on my chat and dropped a link to his campaign, and evidently somebody was mass flagging Pops at the time as some, like spam or whatever, and I got my channel struck for a week over that. And he just shows up, drops it, and leaves, and I got my channel taken down for a week. So
I've seen some of the reports that people will screen share, and it says, "We think that you breached the community guidelines," and I'm like, "Wait a minute, what do you mean you think? You mean you don't know?"
I've never heard of anybody winning one of those things. I've never heard of anybody winning. I don't even think that there's somebody there to make a judgment anymore.
No, it's just a bot. I think it's just a bot.
It's just AI.
Just robots.
It's just AI.
Oh,
okay, well let's get this party
Speaking
started.
of monsters.
Yeah,
AI, there you go.
Segue. See what I did? That's why I get paid the big bucks, guys.
That's right. Okay, let's see here. Hang on a second. I'm gonna add this up here.
You get paid for this? God damn it.
Yeah. I actually did a little bit of preparation this week. So we're going to start it off with Krampus there. And so that's just a modern rendering of Krampus. And if you're not aware of what Krampus is, I'll give you a little Wikipedia rundown on him. Krampus is
you can check an actual source later.
Yeah. Well, I am the source.
Okay. All right.
So Krampus is a horned anthropomorphic figure in the central and eastern alpine folklore of Europe, who, during the Advent season, there's children who have misbehaved. Assisting Santa Claus or Saint Nicholas, the pair visit children in the night of the 5th of December with St. Nicholas rewarding the well-behaved children with modest gifts such as oranges, dried fruit, walnuts, and chocolate. Hey, I'll take the chocolate. You can get rid of the rest.
Obviously.
Especially
yeah.
the dry fruit.
Yeah, exactly. While the badly behaved ones only receive punishment from Krampus with birch rods. Oh, he's gonna get an ass whooping.
I saw this cartoon where it's like Nicholas and Krampus talking, and then Nicholas is like, "Okay, I'll be the good guy, and I'll give him presents, and I'll visit all the good little children in the world." And then Krampus is like, "Oh, and I'll steal him in the night and kill him and eat him." and then Nicholas is like,
Sounds a bit like the.
Yeah.
Sounds a bit like the.
It's a little imbalanced there. Krampus is like, I see no problem here.
Sounds a little bit like the Scottish GRR bill that's gone through. Here's a Christmas present. Here's for the badly behaved kids. We're gonna, have these horrific beasts come and flog you.
There you go.
Or cut your genitals off.
They'll just like still go into the bathrooms with you. There you go.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. So this is another semi-modern picture of what a Krampus. I think this might be from like a movie because they did a crap ton of movies. Apparently, there's a lot of B movies out there that are like horror movies based around Krampus.
Mm-hmm.
So might be looking into those.
They are excellent.
This is part of a festival. They actually have festivals.
Yeah, Krampus.
Of the Krampus, yeah. So they have
who needs
Halloween?
Granted, this is the country where death metal came from. So
yeah,
well, that's true. And industrial metal and all the other metals.
Yeah. So they might have a little bit of a negative aesthetic there. Just saying.
Yeah. Yeah,
I've always wondered what is that after you sing about death, what else do you sing about if you're death metal considered death metal? Wouldn't it get monotonous after a while?
Yeah.
Here's another song about death. Oh, and decay. Oh, okay.
They sing about getting paid.
Predates Christmas. I don't know. This all predates Christmas anyway, doesn't it?
It does. It does.
Christmas.
Right. Yeah, it predates.
This is back during the days. It was the winter solstice.
Yes. So Krampus is thought to come from either Bavarian for Krempen, meaning dead or rotten, or from the German, meaning claw. The origins of Krampus, of the Krampus figure, has been theorized as stretching back to pre-Christian Alpine traditions, with celebrations involving Krampus dating back to the 6th and 7th century, though there are no written sources before the end of the 16th century. It got a resurgence back. Actually, the Krampus tradition is being revived in Bavaria as well, along with the local artistic traditions of hand-carved wood masks. In 2019, there were reports of drunken or disorderly conduct by masked Krampuses in some Austrian towns.
That sounds about right.
So this is.
Are we sure this doesn't date back to women having menstrual cramps or something? Because that's kind of how they look sometimes. Yeah.
They love to party, yeah. They show you good time, yeah.
Wow, look at that.
Show you good time. I got horn.
So it looked like a bunch of cheating.
Are you horny, baby? Are you horny?
Are you horny?
There we go.
I'm half German. I can get away.
This looks like some people I used to work with. Holy shit.
What is it with Germans? They're either really staid or they go extremely off the other end. I mean, there's no like middle ground with Germans. They're either like really, really uptight and buttoned up, or they're this. And there's no middle ground. They're just extreme people, man.
It can be crazy apparently.
Well, I mean, I know that they like teach their kids to drink by the time they're 2, but yeah, is what it is.
So let's give a little description on what our good old buddy here, Krampus, is supposed to look like. Although Krampus appears in many variations, most share some common physical characteristics. He is hairy,
including a bag of screaming children.
Yes, he's hairy, usually brown or black, and has the cloven hooves and horns of a goat. He has a long pointed tongue, which hangs out occasionally, and he's got fangs.
I hope this isn't an anti-Semitic trope that has just been rebranded, like sort of, you know.
What the
Are you talking about the Borat movie
where
the race of the Jews?
The Borat movie. No.
What part of that says Jewish to you?
No.
Fork tongue.
Well, no, because you get a lot of anti-Semitic tropes where Jews will be, you know, after your children and have horns on their heads and stuff. That was quite a common thing in the medieval period.
Here's more detail of what accoutrements that Krampus will have. He carries chains, thought to symbolize the binding of the devil by the Christian church. He thrashes the chains for dramatic effect. The chains are sometimes accompanied with bells of various sizes, of more pagan origins.
Because sometimes he feels fabulous.
I know, right? A bundle of birch branches that Krampus carries, with which he occasionally swats children. So he beats the shit out of kids with sticks.
Hey,
I know how that feels. I got a whooping with a switch once, so yeah.
I got the belt.
My mom used to make us pick the switch.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That's an extra layer of sadism there.
Yeah.
That's the mental sadism as well. So.
Yeah.
And if you don't pick a good one, I'll pick one myself, and I'm good.
Yeah.
You're like, yeah. So I picked a really good one time, and she's like, "Oh, I'm going to keep this one." So can't win.
And so in some representations, the birch branches that he carries are replaced with a whip. Ooh.
Hello.
Sometimes
Jeremy, this is barbarian, right?
You know.
Sometimes
not leather in a ball gag.
Yeah. Oh yeah, whipping. Mm-hmm.
Leather in a ball gag.
Strapped to his back. This is to cart off evil children for drowning, eating, or transport to hell. Ooh, that's fun. Some of the oldest versions. Exactly. Some of the oldest versions.
See us, it's like you don't want to be on Santa's naughty list. You might not get anything, but over there they're like, if you're on the naughty list, Krampus is going to come and drag you to hell.
He'll beat you with a switch and then throw you in a basket and drag you off. Some of the oldest versions make mention of.
Does any child actually sleep over in European countries?
I don't. Who knows? They probably all have insomnia.
I thought the mythology, you know.
So yeah, in older versions,
but they don't leave cookies and cream or whiskey or whatever.
No.
Well, what's it about dragging children off? I mean, they also got Baba Yaga, the same thing, you know. I mean,
yeah,
everything's
Who,
about
John
dragging
Wick?
children.
Did
off.
you say John Wick?
You
did not say John Wick, did
John
you?
Wick?
No, that's literally Baba Yaga. Is actually
John Wick.
You know,
No, that's John Wick. I don't care what anyone says.
Okay, all right.
When you say the Baba Yaga, it's John Wick.
No, not exactly. It might have predated John Wick just a little while.
He's the guy that you get to get the boogeyman.
There you go.
I'm just saying.
Boogeyman.
He's the one that kills the goddamn
Yeah, he
boogeyman.
gets the boogeyman. Yes. So, John Wick coming. Oh, hold on. Sorry. John Wick coming June 2023. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
So,
speaking of the boogeyman, did you know the boogeyman checks under the bed for Chuck Norris?
there you go. There you go.
It's like a little Wookiee on the back of Krampus. Merry Christmas, guys.
Abby, someone in the chat says, Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Stuck at the salt mine before the holidays. Oh, yeah.
Oh, bless your heart.
That's fun.
Yeah.
So
let my people go.
Here you have your horned Krampus spiriting off the little brat in his basket.
So does he do it one kid at a time, or like the other picture that he had 4 kids in there? Because what's the ratio here? Because if it's just one kid per Christmas,
it depends on your order.
Okay,
it depends on your order. Is it a Happy Meal or a main course? You know, the hell is?
It's like a Gene Simmons. So it looks
That's someone that has job satisfaction, though.
Absolutely, yeah.
Here you go.
Very happy with doing his job.
Here you go. You got Saint Nicholas in his pulp outfit, and then you got the Krampus right behind him, going, "Come on, you little bastard! Come on!"
I call this Christmas
I dare ya.
1986 right here.
He's got a pitchfork.
This is little me right there.
You better be good.
I'm here to represent. I'm here to represent the Pope.
I wonder why Catholic children have issues.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, holy shit.
Come to drag you to the Vatican.
Yes, in the Vatican.
Well, based on the Catholics' background and
he's
what they
got
do to
several.
children, I mean, it might not be a good place. I don't know.
Yeah, exactly, right?
That's what it say.
I mean, holy smokes. I don't know.
Be a preponderance of a certain kind of person.
So here's the thing with this: is this just like folklore type stuff? Is it?
It is.
Where does this shit fall?
It's the
Do
same
people
as Santa
claim
Claus,
to see
dude.
this? Like the? Yeah, but do people claim to see this?
Yeah, occasionally after they've had a few drinks.
Yeah, quite a few.
There's a whole street full of Krampus eye.
Yeah, there you go.
Krampi. Yeah, Krampi.
Krampi.
Krampus.
A murder of Krampi or something.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. You're gonna have to watch the movie. So
Yeah,
it's just a
that's
folklore like
definitely-
Santa Claus, but they're taking
Well, it's like the dark side of Santa, It's like,
pretty. Yeah, exactly.
I mean, when you think about Santa, which is like an anagram of Satan and in claws, and then you look at that, you think, well, maybe that's more suited. Really.
Right.
It's
I just watched The
crazy.
Fat Man the other day. You did see that movie.
Oh, The Fat Man.
The Fat Man's an awesome
Nice.
Christmas movie. It really is.
Nice.
I mean, we still call Santa Father Christmas over here.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Father
that's right.
Christmas.
That's right. Yeah.
I call him WillyP for the fact that the amount of fucking money I spend on gifts, Christmas lights, trees, and all that other shit that every father and mother have to do during the holidays, and uncles and aunts. We are the true Santas. We lie to these little pricks. They're about they're like 12, about 12 years old. Hey, Santa Claus is real, to keep that innocence because we appreciate it. But you know what? At the end of the day, we are the real fucking Santas, and we should take a little credit for that.
You get your freaking
Clark Griswold, ladies and gentlemen. Clark
Griswold.
We're just going to be the jolliest group of assholes.
This side of the nut house.
We're going to have a good Christmas, and we're going to have it, or else.
Because the shitter is absolutely full, boys.
Yeah, dog.
Uh,
All right, dog. You little rat. Dog. It's the freaking garbage man.
some
So
things
dog
got
is
to be
having
barked
none of
at,
it.
man. There's got to be barked at,
Some people just are unprofessional,
I know, right?
Seriously,
Yeah.
man.
Sit down.
Gotta mute that mutt, man. Mute that mutt.
Willie.
I'm just saying.
Mhm.
Oh shit. So
Yep, just wrap a little bacon around it and
Yeah,
that baseball scene. When will then be now?
there you go.
Shit.
Bartholomew.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
So the next item up for bid, the next contestant on The Price is Right. Hang on, so let me get rid of this.
Poor man's Batman.
Yes, the poor man's Batman,
Okay.
otherwise known as
Spring Hill Jack.
So Spring Hill Jack is an interesting one because there has been a YouTuber actually did a very good job of researching this, and he did a presentation over about a year and a half ago, and his name's Bob Gimlin, Gymlan, and yes, he is not related to Bob Gimlin of the Patterson-Gimlin film, but he has extensive videos on Bigfoot and all that stuff like that. So I would recommend watching some of his videos, T Bunny, if you're interested in Bigfoot. So he does some interesting stuff.
We just did Sasquatch the other day. So
yeah, I think I caught the last part of that as you guys were finishing up. So
yeah, it was. We watched the whole Patterson Gimlin film. It has a really it doesn't really take off to the third act, probably. Yeah. Horse riding here, horse riding over there, horse riding over here, and a horse goes behind there, and something's moving, and then then it's like hey, what are you looking at?
Yeah, exactly.
So pretty much.
Yeah. So Spring Heel Jack here, he's been around since the 1830s. Boy, he's leaving now, dog.
Human alert! Human.
Oh, shit. There's the FedEx truck. No, that's her. That's my dog's other freaking
strange smell. Strange smell.
Hey, nothing a little chloroform can't fix there.
Seriously.
Hey, shut the fuck up, dog. I'm trying to
take a sleeping pill. You wrap it in bacon, and then
no.
There you go.
She has a psychotic hatred for the UPS and the FedEx. Oh shit! He's stopping in front of my.
Yeah, no, that's so shady. They're shady. Yeah.
All right, I'll be back in a minute.
That's all right.
He's going to beat the dog, ladies and gentlemen.
So what I know about Spring
Unlike
Heel
Pops,
Jack,
he does it off screen. So,
here we go. All right, so Spring Heel Jack, right? So the guys at the bottom are really fucking scared of this guy for some reason, right?
Yeah.
I'm not going to go
fabulous.
for the. They do look fabulous. It's terrible.
That's
I
a pantaloons.
That bad, but that's another story.
Look at my crotch of doom.
Hey, by the way, problem being, I got to admit, gay men are the best people that make drinks. Definitely. When I was in the service, I wanted to fucking tell a story last time. When I was in the service in Colorado, they would fucking go. The clubs would close very early, right? But the gay clubs would stay open, so we would fuck it. We want to keep drinking.
Good dog.
And you know what? They were gay guys in the service then. They just weren't like they were now. It wasn't all over the fucking place. So we were like, "Hey, bro, you do your fucking thing. We do our thing." And they're like, "Hey, let's go to the fucking gay club, the gay club." We didn't give a fuck. You know what I mean? Not the gay cock, you fucking you twat.
You go away for a minute and suddenly it's a gay.
Hey, what's going on here? This ain't the Spring Heel Jack. What the hell?
Well, it's kind of ruining. I think that was the bartender's name, by the way. But man, not only I got to be honest with you. Not only did they make great drinks, but once you told them, "Hey, I'm straight, dude," they just fucking backed up and it was like, "Let's hang out." And I'm like, "All right, cool. You're not gonna fucking turn me, dickhead, but yeah, we'll hang out."
Yeah.
So, great drinks, my friend. Thumbs up. Anyway,
they make a mean Shirley Temple.
Awesome, man. Fucking salty dog. Woo. Very, very good.
There you go.
So the only drink I'll actually have, and I really don't drink. Melvin.
Thank you, WillyP, for that informative bit as an interlude to the Spring Heel Jack.
All right.
We're gonna segue into.
I don't know. Does Spring Heel Jack make gay drinks or something? No idea.
I think that's how he got him scared like that. Not the margaritas. Yeah,
he's ready for Mardi Gras.
No. Okay.
Exit states right.
Yeah. He's so scary but fabulous.
Look at me.
Everyone,
look at me. Look at me.
South Park.
I'm super. Thanks for asking.
Thanks for asking.
Yeah, I know. It's just
that's when the pants were pulled way up.
Freaking show.
More light, fun.
More
light.
Was In Living Color.
Which one?
In Living Color was my most favorite show. The Wayans brothers were funnier than shit.
Minnow television.
When they did the bit, the Men on Film with him and David Allen Greer, Damon Wayans, and my god,
a
funnier than hell.
Homosexual stream. It's all right.
Oh my god, it was funny. Anyway,
snaps in a Z formation.
Enough. Yes. Who snaps up in a circle? Okay.
Hey,
Spring-heeled
and
Jack.
you won't get a
I feel
copyright strike
seen.
because all you got to do is fucking take a picture of Problem Being and send it in. Say, fuck you, bitches. You got representation here.
Melvin Deeply in the chat asks,
I feel so
ever
seen.
heard of Swanee Bean?
Sonny Bean. Yep. Yeah,
Swanee
he's more of a
Bean.
highwayman though.
Okay.
I think you can
Sonny
put
Bean?
cream on that.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's get back to business here. So the Spring-heeled Jack is an entity in English folklore of the Victorian era. The first claimed sighting of Spring-heeled Jack was in 1837. Later sightings were reported all over the United Kingdom and were especially prevalent in the suburban London, the Midlands, and in Scotland. There are many theories about the nature and identity of the Spring-heeled Jack. This urban legend was very popular in its time due to the tales of his bizarre appearance and ability to make extraordinary leaps, to the point that he became the topic of several works of fiction. Yeah, he was in a lot of Penny Dreadfuls I was reading. So Spring-heeled Jack was described by people who claimed to have seen him as having a terrifying and frightful appearance with diabolical what the hell? I just lost my place. Yeah, with clawed hands and eyes that resembled red balls of fire. Stream killer.
Goodness gracious, red
There we
balls
go.
of fire.
There he goes. He's
Okay.
jumping the old gate. So
Woohoo.
I
lot of
love
these
his
old-
dialect boots.
I know, right? I love
Yeah.
those boots.
God damn it.
Mikhail Baryshnikov could do everything this guy's doing.
One report claimed that beneath a black cloak, he wore a helmet and a tight-fitting white garment like an oilskin.
This
These
is the
stories
gayest,
also
the
mention
gayest
that-
super villain I've
Problem
seen,
Being's
man.
getting hot over there. I gotta Problem Being's over there is like,
How is
in
this?
the
can you
world?
hold on a second? Hold on, just ready.
Oh no.
As he jumped over the gate, I saw his thigh-high boots stretch and shimmer in the moonlight. I saw the sweat shimmer down his face. I said, "No, Jack, no. Not over the fence. Over me."
Thus it has deteriorated.
How is this any different to Batman? I'm sorry. It's
That's what I was
exactly
gonna
the
say.
same
That's
thing.
what I was gonna say. I was gonna say that.
I just thought you couldn't get gayer than that first picture, but this definitely, this is
Oh,
definitely
hold
gay.
on.
You
Put
like
on
that
your
one?
tights.
Yeah.
There's a better one coming, guaranteed.
Oh,
Well, let me
yeah.
to Hampstead Heath, boys.
Another one? There's a
Corey, are you
cover of
drinking over
Care
there?
of
I think
London.
a Playbill
What's
or a
going
Penny
on?
Dreadful.
Mm.
Actually, hang on a second. There we go. He's in the circus. He's
Hello.
doing horse acts.
Hey. Hello
I
there,
thought you was
big
going to say
big
same
boy.
horses.
I know, right?
Okay.
Well, he's balancing
Hello there, big
himself
boy.
on
Is
the
it a
rump
horse
of
between your
as
legs,
it's
or are you just
speeding
happy
down
to
the
see
road.
me?
Oh my God, where the hell was I?
Giddy up.
Many stories also mention a. It's kidding. It's
Oh,
going
you
off the
fucking
rails, and
asshole.
we haven't even started yet.
Oh, you fucking asshole. Oh, fucking giddy up, you piece of shit.
Yeehaw, Buckaroo!
Put that horse by the edge of a cliff, it pushes back harder.
Okay.
Ready to go.
Fuck.
You're
fucking worthless,
Also, many stories also mention a devil-like appearance. Others said he was tall and thin, with the appearance of a gentleman. Several reports mentioned that he could breathe out blue and white flames.
You also
And
like
then he
swimming in the
wore-
Caribbean.
Were they misgendering him? Were they misgendering him?
Moonlight
No,
and Moonlight
he was
walks
also
by the
wearing-
moor.
Just because he had the appearance of a gentleman?
Oh
All
my
right.
goodness.
You assholes.
I'm sorry, guys. I haven't done a thing.
So several reports.
I love the limp wrists.
He could breathe. He could breathe blue and white flames. What, like Godzilla? That he wore sharp metallic claws.
Yeah, I would say he's flaming. All right.
I know, right? Now this is interesting. It says he wore sharp metallic claws on his fingertips, and at least 2 people claim
he got his nails did.
Comprehensible.
I got my nails done, darling. Fabulous.
Is this a villain or is this somebody from the Castro?
We're laughing now, but back in the day, this would have been absolutely fucking terrifying.
Yeah.
Now this is just Fire Island now.
Hang on a second here. This is artwork by
or somebody
Gimlin,
you see reading the kids at the library.
The eyewitness reports. Let's go back to the good one. Here we go.
So he's like Darth Vader as well.
Those boots, baby. Those boots. Look at that. He's jumping up over the headstone with white pants and black boots. Like Batman.
I'm Batman.
Robin.
Gay. So gay.
Oh, shit.
Those boots are just...
In the early 19th century, there were reports of ghosts that stalked the streets of London, including the Jack the Ripper. These human-like figures were described as pale. It was believed that they stalked and preyed on lone pedestrians. The story of those figures form part of a distinct ghost tradition in London, which some writers have argued formed the foundation of the latter legend of Spring Hill Jack. You've lived in London.
Deeply might have a candidate. He says, my mate John wears sharp metallic claws on his fingers. We don't think John's well.
That's a pretty good indicator that something's wrong. Something's wrong there. Yeah.
So, hey, problem being, you lived in London. Did you see any tall, thin, pale individuals with metal on their fingertips?
I lived in Camden. Yes. Goth Central.
Oh my God.
Oh yeah.
Let's see, where can I find that one story?
Howdy, sailor.
There's a hello. Hang on a second. So there was an eyewitness. Okay, so according to much later accounts, in October of 1837, a girl by the name of Mary Stevens was walking to Lavender Hill, where she was working as a servant. After visiting her parents in Battersea, on her way through, what the fuck? I don't know, someplace.
I've never heard of that place.
A strange figure leaped out at her from a dark alley. After immobilizing her with a tight grip of his arms, he began to kiss her face while he kissed her face while ripping her clothes and touching her.
Hold on, I'm getting hot. Let him keep going. Shut up, everybody. I'm getting hot. Let him keep going. Let him.
He ripped her bodice.
Motherfucker, shut up. I am getting fucking.
Kissed her face while ripping.
He ripped her bodice.
And
let him finish. So what else did he do, Wookie?
With his claws, which were, according to her,
you don't want to be fingered by that.
Old and clammy as those of a corpse.
And how clammy was it? Tell me.
So clammy.
As clammy as a limpet.
In a panic.
Inside. But
scoop that shit out.
I'm sorry, T Bunny. It's got off the rails.
I took it off the rails. What are you talking about?
Thank you.
Don't apologize to me.
Thank you very much.
Here.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have gone off the rails.
Oh shit!
I don't think we ever were on the rails.
So
making the attacker quickly flee from the scene.
Wait a minute. Problem being said, he's homophobic. Bullshit.
What? No, he's not homophobic.
Fuck that.
Anyway.
Oh my god.
Hey, he made it, guys. Round of applause to fucking T-Bunny for surviving the fucking hell round of idiots and seeing if he can actually stay on and not make an excuse to say his wife has got a prolapse or something. Congratulations, sir. Very proud of you.
As long as my little diabetic dog's not throwing up again, I'm good.
Diabetic.
Well,
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Is this?
So
I am your father.
this is not Darth Vader. This is actually based on the eyewitness reports from of supposed encounters in the 1830s and 40s with the Spring-Heeled Jack. He took them verbatim as accounts, and he created this based on those accounts.
It looks like a He-Man
You
figure.
don't get a package like that outside of Leotard.
It's
so.
more well, yeah, I know.
It's like a knockoff fucking Star Wars toy. This is El Senor Darth.
He's got the rebreather on his chest. He's got the rebreather on his chest. Look at that.
I know, right? Holy shit.
I'm sensing a slight modern bias here, to be honest.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Okay. So
I am your daddy now.
I'm your daddy's.
Who's your daddy?
I'm your
daddy.
Daddy. I'm your daddy. Okay.
Hi, I'm
In the
Springfield
chat.
Jack. Just want to see how everybody's doing. Got my cape.
Papa
and my
Cotton
helmet.
says,
I'm
"Good morning,
fabulous."
everyone."
Look at the nails.
Look at my nail.
Yeah, you can't make a fist with nails that long. I'm sorry.
No, you can't.
Well, nails. Well, I've seen some. Well,
But he likes to make a good fist, I think.
well,
Yeah.
Looks
They
like
give you a
Dr.
good fist
Claw.
sting.
Come
you
in
know,
handy.
Good
Come in
fisting.
handy.
Next time, Gadget. Next time.
Yes,
Exactly. That's what I was
exactly.
thinking.
Is his name Spring-Heeled Jack or Mephisto?
oh my God, Mephisto.
I'll
No,
be
is
here
it?
all week. I'll be here
Mephisto.
Hey,
all
There you
week.
go.
he's fucking Orgasmo's fucking like.
Well,
Damn, they should have used that as an. Oh, sorry.
Uh,
Back to it, boys. Come on.
there
No,
we go.
serious now. Everybody, back to the
black
Springfield.
boots, the
I'm
stylish
Springfield
shiny
Jack.
black
He's
boots
from Springfield, you know, the
with
Simpsons
those
version.
heels. Oh my gosh.
Springfield.
Hey, does that guy have a hump, like some type of like back issue?
No.
Oh,
He's never
don't
gonna
know.
catch Spring Heel with. Of course, he's running around. That guy's got a back issue.
Somebody might be getting humped. I don't know.
You know what I'm saying?
well, I know that there was a lot of Penny Dreadful starring Spring-Heeled Jack. He was like a big star in them. So
Shit. Yeah,
Penny
very
Dreadfuls
popular.
is, yeah.
Is that the show? Was it? I haven't seen it.
It's funny they haven't made a film
paperback.
about it that I know of, anyway. I mean, that would be quite good for a.
He was used in
modern
cartoons.
adaptation.
He was in an episode or two of Jackie Chan adventure cartoon. He was in that. I think he was in the
Okay.
Ghostbusters as well. The real
could have been.
Ghostbusters cartoon
I
series.
have to check that out.
Yeah, I think
have
he
been.
was in an episode or two of that as well. Their version.
Okay.
And
Probably.
Hey, babe, why
go ahead. What?
Yeah. that's-
All right.
I'm good. I'm sorry.
Well, that went nowhere.
Yeah, Dream Killer. So yeah, it's very a long storied history in the Penny Dreadfuls. They did plays and things like that with wrapped around the myth, the stories of the Spring-Heeled Jack. The thing is that it lasted for so long. So the first reporting sighting was in 1837. The last reported sighting was in 1906, and it wasn't even in England. But the description was very characteristic of the Spring-Heeled Jack. So that makes it kind of interesting. That's why when Bob Gimlin decided to do a video on this, and he sat down and listed out all the physical characteristics of the Spring-Heeled Jack from, all of the reports, and he basically stuck with who was, with the most common descriptions from every person, that he was wearing a helmet, that he had red eyes, oil skin, white, tight, oil skin, like suit, metal, on his fingertips, or metal gauntlets.
Did anybody associate him with Jack the Ripper?
No, but Jack the Ripper
That
was in the
Jack the Ripper.
1880s,
That was
wasn't it?
1888.
Yeah.
1888.
Well, Jack the Ripper, they say it was more than one person, and then we can get on to
Yeah.
that. That's a whole.
Yeah, it's a whole other mess. It's who knows.
Well, I'm just saying the fact that Jack the Ripper like ripped people open and he was gone.
Yeah, exactly.
And it sounds very similar to the way they say Spring Hill Jack attacked people and like ran off or jumped off.
Melvin deeply in the chat says it's a mistaken identity. Everyone had pointy fingers and glowing red eyes back then.
There's a lot of liquor. There's a lot of liquor. Yeah.
Oh wait.
He does bring up a good point though. People. Hey, thanks, babe.
Master Rivera. Merry Christmas. Merry Yule to my.
Be respectful,
heathens.
Boys.
Mm-hmm. You said I had a good point. Go ahead.
I don't know, not you. I was talking about. Please don't. You're a fucking guest, but I'm gonna treat you just like I treat everybody else. No, not you, sir.
Go right ahead, man.
I love the hospitality on this.
I was talking about. By the way, T Bunny, I've been watching you for a while, so I appreciate the work.
Oh, I know. I know. Don't worry about offending me, man.
Melvin deeply what he said about mistaken identity, and it has to do a lot with the times and conforming to one another. You hear a lot of stories about this. I'll give you an example. You have one person look up at a tree, and you ask them, "Do you see a snake?" They might say no. You get another person next to him says, "Yeah, I see the snake. Do you see the snake?" They're gonna want a sense of to conform. I think that has a lot to do with descriptions, the way people feel about these folklores. Anyways, that was just a little tidbit there. I felt that kind of made sense to me. That Melvin deeply said. Okay, now T Bunny, you can make a better point. Go ahead.
I have no point to make.
Fuck, damn it!
I thought you were complimenting me on my point. So I was trying to.
I wasn't. I was
just making space for it.
Complimenting. God damn it! Never mind. I'm not batting like 200, 300 here. I'm a hockey guy, so
no big deal. There we go.
Yeah.
Boy, we're a lively bunch this morning.
Merry Yule. Gracias, señorita.
No problem.
Happy Festivus. Yeah.
Exactly. Right,
Happy Saturnalia. Let's go further back. There you go.
Oh, holy smokes. All right. And
what happens to get a bunch of eggheads together like this,
Yeah.
Port Chatham.
Here we go.
Okay.
Now, this is
Alaska.
All right. Willie's getting primed now. He's about ready to pop
problem
off
being go.
Go,
problem being go. Because I know you're fucking. Look, we're like telepathically connected right now. Go.
Look at those abs.
Yes. Thank you very much. Listen, if I should have written.
Somebody is not missing their cardio.
This is the most homoerotic fucking Bigfoot I have ever seen in my life. Holy shit.
The size of those hands.
Jesus Christ, he is sexy as fuck. Woo. And I'm a straight man, and god damn,
straight-ish.
Straight-ish.
I'm straight.
So ripped.
Holy shit, Bigfoot is ripped and handsome.
I like vagina, but yeah, he's
wow, bro. Hey, look,
he looks like Bigfoot as drawn by Micro Ringo.
Yeah,
wow.
He used to do the big hands, the abs and everything.
Oh my god,
I love Micro Ringo.
He's so ripped.
So
get it,
Port
been
Chatham,
hitting the gym.
Alaska. I know, right? Port Chatham, Alaska, and is basically Port Chatham, Alaska is the bay, Port Chatham Bay, and Port Chatham was a settlement right next to, or adjacent to, or connected to the settlement of Portlock, Alaska, and so they have a lot of the same exact history together. They're villages that were mainly had residents that were Russian and Alouettes or Aleutians, whatever the native peoples there. So they were ethnic Russian Alouettes that lived in those areas and worked there in the canneries. So basically Portlock is a ghost town in the United States in the U.S. state of Alaska, Canada. What the fuck? Located on the southern edge of the Kenai Peninsula, around 16 miles south of the town or city or settlement of Seldovia. It is located in Port Chatham Bay, from which an adjacent community takes its name. Named after Nathaniel Portlock, the town was an active cannery community in the early 20th century. So the Portlock was established in the Kenai Peninsula in the early 20th century as a cannery, particularly for salmon. It is thought to have been named after Captain Nathaniel Portlock, a British ship captain who sailed there in 1786. In 1921, a United States post office was opened in the town, and the population largely consisted of Russian Alouettes. What the fuck? Someone snoring? Willie?
Oh no!
Hey, my mic is off. Look at the things before you start making accusations there.
I don't know. I didn't hear nobody.
Ruh-roh. God.
Entertain the troops. Come on.
Entertaining. So, around the 1940s, it was reported that several Dall sheep hunters had disappeared in the hills outside of Portlock. It was also stated that in a 1973 article from the Anchorage Daily News that dismembered bodies of some of the missing hunters had washed ashore in the lagoon. These events led to residents of the community to flee en masse, and the town's post office officially closed between 1950 and 51. Many villagers blamed the unexplained deaths and disappearances on a Bigfoot-like creature referred to locally as the Nantinaq.
So, also bear country.
It is. It is. So
big Kodiak's up that way. So
well, see, the thing is, the killings of the sheep hunters, or these guys that were going out to kill these Dall sheep, there's no names or anything on these people, these individuals. It just states that, okay, a bunch of hunters died. We found their bodies supposedly, but they're not named. Now, in some indigenous cultures, it's more like a tribal type deal, or live in a village. They probably didn't keep a lot of records. But in 1920, there was a notable death of a Mr. Albert Petka, and he lived on a houseboat there in the lagoon. He was apparently attacked on his houseboat by a Nantinaq, or a Sasquatch Bigfoot creature. And he was found dying by a couple hunters who had noticed his houseboat and the fact that there was blood all over the side and on the railing of the houseboat. So they decide to go check it out, find out.
Usually a time to visit your neighbor if you see blood everywhere on their property.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they made no haste
go around for tea.
to check it out.
Just go around and say, hey, you know, you know, there's like a typo everywhere, right?
Just a nosebleed. Just yeah.
Everything okay with you, Bob? Everything okay?
Yeah. So the hunters found Albert in the houseboat. He had crawled his way back into the houseboat from the deck, and he was dying, and he had told the hunters what had happened to him. I guess it happened that night, and they came over in the morning. So he had told what had happened to him, and that he was attacked by a large creature. He heard some footsteps in his outside of his houseboat. He opened up the door and noticed that there was a large hair-covered creature coming directly toward him. Actually, when it saw him, it laid eyes on him, made some noises, came, and before he was able to pull his rifle up to shoot at it, it had knocked the rifle out of his hand, grabbed him, and pretty much did what the Hulk did to Loki in the Avengers. It basically beat the shit out of him against the side of the place. So hence all the blood everywhere. It made a whip out of him. So
Puny
he passed
hunter.
away, of course, pretty much not too long after he had told what happened to him and everything. The physician that examined him said that he had suffered incredibly massive internal injuries, and that if it had been a predatory
They
animal,
went in deep.
they would have eat him. Apparently there was no marks of any kind of, because he was still alive. But yeah, so
well, look at that guy. He's on steroids. Look at that sucker.
Yeah.
We are talking about people who believe witches exist, at the time. So, just saying.
That in mind. Yeah, definitely.
I think you gotta kind of look at it in two ways. I mean, you got to look at it the people in the area. They believe. I did a little research on this and looked at a lot of them believed and saw Bigfoot as spiritual, in a sense.
They do.
And you could look in a lot of, even with like a lot of the paranormal stuff, when people talk about ghosts, it has a lot to do with, their ideologies, what they believe, what their upbringing is, those kind of things. You could look at it two ways. It could have been either Sasquatch, if that's what you've been brought up and seen, or it could be a bear. I mean, what it sounds like to me is a bear came in. I mean, let's ask some questions. And I know it's kind of weird. Was the guy drinking?
No.
How did they know? Were they able to test BAC or anything?
Don't know.
There's a lot of questions. Like I said, there's a lot of questions that you can ask, but I think at the end of the day, it really comes down to like a perspective of those things, ideologies, beliefs. What religion you follow, what religion you don't follow. Where because what if nobody's ever heard of Bigfoot?
But the thing is, though, bears usually have a specific sign to an attack. Either there's claw marks or something like that on the body. They would try to bite them, rip at his flesh, his arms with his mouth, try to tear him up that way, try to eat him. There was no sign of that. And then
okay, well, bear in mind. Okay, bear. Thank you very much. Okay. All right. So if a bear were to climb onto what he thought was like a flow or something in the water, and someone were to startle it, it would basically charge him, run him over, and then dive off. I mean, it wouldn't necessarily be about food. It would be about, it got startled.
Charging.
A Kodiak bear, if we were to sideswipe that guy, it would cause a lot of internal damage. Those things are the size of a truck.
Have you guys ever seen the size of a Kodiak bear?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
It's like a VW minibus.
Yeah. Okay? and that's what I'm saying. I think it just falls down onto just the personal belief and in the area. They believe that this was his creature. It was a story passed down from generation to generation that there's a creature. I mean, and I'm not saying whether Bigfoot does or does not exist. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that when it comes down to it, I would look at the story first and then kind of analyze it, because some people might think it's a bear,
Well, the thing about Bigfoot, there's a commonality in all of the Bigfoot sightings, all the Bigfoot lore, is there's no aggression in that lore. It's mostly they want to be left the hell alone. It's just people are looking to see, they want every time they don't menace anybody. They just, they like move around the edges of society, and you might see their footprint, but you don't see them. And this is like a level of aggression does not G and haul with the rest of the lore at all.
Well, obviously, one assumes that they've ruled out the possibility that another human being did it.
And round one goes to T-Bunny. Wookie, you're up. What is your opinion, sir? Let's see who wins this round on the Bigfoot.
Let's read something from Melvin Deeply here. Here's the thing about stuff like Bigfoot and Loch Ness Monster. Everyone was seeing them. Then when everyone on Earth got camera phones, no one sees them anymore. Coincidence?
That's a good point.
That's a good point, but Yeah, they're still seeing them, and they're taking videos with their camera phones.
Mhm.
And there's videos of things that people can't explain, or the physicality of what they're seeing or filming, even though it's just a split second, doesn't match up with a human in a monkey suit or anything else. So
Also, special effects are really cheap now.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So there was another murder. I want to call it a murder because yeah, it was. So this is some pictures of Portlock, Port Chatham, back in the at the early part of the 1900s. So the fishing area there is a very, very busy salmon cannery and salmon fishing port there. You can see by these pictures.
Look at the beachfront property.
I know. And here you have these long buildings, which were probably part of the cannery and port, where they're unloading the fish and stuff like that. Other processing in the back.
Hey,
the same. What's up?
Quick question. This looks a lot like the scenes from Alien vs Predator, the first one. Do you know if they shot any of that footage there, or?
No,
it looks awfully familiar.
I have no idea
of that.
Yeah, you know what? You mention it. Yeah, that does remind me. Some of these pictures remind me.
That was a whaling. That was a whaling village.
That was a whaling. Yeah, an old abandoned whaling site. It's very possible, but I don't know. You know, it's a good question. Something to look into. Something definitely to look into.
Yep.
So let me go over here real quick. This is what it looks like today. This is on the side of a hill where they have all these buildings on stilts. They're all abandoned.
Looks like Scotland. Joking.
It's even got snow on the sides. Like,
yeah.
So,
people don't really understand that Alaska was still part of Russia till the turn of the century. So
yeah, it was. Yep.
You know, it's just it's one of
was
the
it the late 1800s that it changed hands, or was it right after the turn of the century?
It's right after the turn of the century. Yeah. The cup was passed. Russian empire was crumbling, and they needed resources, so they sold it off for a song, basically. Yeah.
Yep.
Which turned out to be a good idea when the Soviets took over.
Yep. Purdue. So there was another gentleman that was killed as a mysterious death. 1931, a Mr. Andrew Kamluck was found in the adjacent forest area. He was found lying face down, dead, with the complete back of his head smashed in. There was blood on a large and heavy piece of farming equipment, which was roughly about 10 to 12 feet away from him. So the blood was his. Now, at first they thought that, well, maybe he had fallen, hit his head, and then stumbled to where they found his body. But the extensiveness of the damage to his cranium was such that there was instantaneous death. And basically got his head smashed in. And the piece of farming equipment took 4 to 5 men to even move it. But that's what he was killed on or with. And that's so something that could pick up something that takes 5 men to pick up, use it, swing it, and smash a guy in the head and pretty much just crush his skull to confetti. That's pretty crazy.
What were they eating? Jack Link jerky treats or something?
No, I don't think so.
Is it possible he was picked up? He was picked up and swung into it.
That's a possibility, but still, you'd have to have someone who's got some pretty good strength to actually fling a human body.
Unless he was in the tree above it and fell off.
Yeah, but if he fell off, the extensiveness of the damage was instant death. He couldn't have walked over 10, 12 feet away and then fall down face down.
Unless he rolled down the hill.
Yeah. Yeah. According to the report, they didn't mention there was any kind of hill or anything like that. It was apparently some sort of a field with.
Well, judging from that terrain, there's always a hill.
Yeah, exactly. It was probably a hill, but not. Who knows? You know, who knows the extensiveness of the damage? Well, dude, I mean, holy shit! When you can cave your skull in from the back and shove your brain out your nose, it ain't just a freaking flesh wound.
Well, I don't know. Occam's razor, Occam's razor. I don't know. I'd have to see the scene and see the layout or whatever. So.
Yeah, exactly.
If you're a carpenter, everything looks like it needs a hammer, So if you're like thinking, oh, this might be a Sasquatch, then you're basically looking for anything that'll prove that,
Yeah.
Klaatu barato nikto. Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Melvin Deeply says, howdy, File 13. Can you use that voice thing you have to say Klaatu barata nikto?
I know the words. Klaatu barata. I always think Army of Darkness.
The voice of reason is a gift. There you go. Right. Anyway. Sorry, I'm on cannabis and conspiracies. I have to shoot down stuff all the time.
They think I'm some type of circus monkey here. I
have circus monkey dance.
I have hoop. Jump through that hoop.
I have fucking valid points and shit just because I want to have fun every once in a while.
Yeah.
I am
not. I'm a man. I'm not an animal.
Let's get back
then you're
to
not
Jack.
qualified to talk about Bigfoot because that is an animal and not a man, bigot.
Let's get back to Jack and the Beanstalk or whatever that we were talking about.
Yeah.
What was
the guy with the cute boots? Oh my gosh!
So
yeah, seriously, those heels were just fabulous.
Did you just miss species?
The nails.
I know, right? This cultural appropriation.
Oh my God!
We're playing blue people in the movie.
What the fuck was that? That was actually...
Avatar.
That was so screwed up. I don't even know what the hell.
James Cameron.
Hey, that's Batman.
Suck a dick.
That's a scene from Batman when he's walking up to the Christopher Nolan one.
Holy shit.
I don't know. I like Batfleck. I'm in minority, but
I like Bat. I think
Batfleck was probably the best Batman we've seen.
I'm waiting for Spring Hill Jack flick.
I'm serious.
Spring Hill Jack flick.
It's called Condor Man. Check it out.
Condor Man.
Already made that shit.
Condor Man.
I actually do like Condor Man.
Oh, if they ever remake that, I'm gonna cry.
Oh, Condor Man's a great film.
Don't ever remake that.
Holy shit.
Michael Crawford.
That flick was good. I like that flick. It was not bad. He was not.
I remember. I remember when they did the remake of Birdman on Cartoon Network.
Oh, they made it a woman. Yeah.
No, they didn't make him a woman.
Yeah, they did. They did a remake with it and made it.
No, they did a kind of cartoon series with Birdman.
And then
it was funny as hell.
There's a reboot that made it a woman. Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course they did.
Yeah, of course they did.
Are we surprised?
They can't even let a man stay a man in a cartoon. I mean,
what is a woman?
Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm not a biologist.
That's a multiple choice answer. You know.
I know, right?
It might have been a woman, but it doesn't preclude that woman having a penis.
I like when Matt Walsh goes to an actual woman's march, and it's listed in a woman's march everywhere. And he's like, "So what is a woman?"
Hey guys, if
you're not for women, if you're not for women, leave now. And he's like, "Well, what is it? What is a woman?"
Not a single woman in that march could say what a woman was. I mean, so what are you marching for?
Exactly.
Who
are you marching for?
Fuck's sake.
That's speaking of garbled messes of the mythologies, there you go. Anyway.
So
Bigfoot, is that a real thing? Yes. Yes, it's a real thing.
There we go.
Yeah.
Bigfoot. I love that. That's excellent.
Bigfoot.
Somebody needs to do that cartoon.
Bigfoot. Yeah, there we go.
Sassy
Well,
Squatch.
I saw a cartoon of Bigfoot with his wife, Big Mouth.
Oh,
that was funny.
Okay, I'm gonna click off now.
Yeah, there you
go. Back away. Everything we said, up till now.
From the keyboard. Put the
Step
microphone
away
down.
Step away from the stream. Anyway.
Melvin deeply in the chat
and
says
Bigfoot would be big cock.
Uh-huh. There you go. Bigfoot. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Bigfoot.
Yeah.
Love it.
There we go.
Well, he only appears to
Little one
white
with
people.
that.
You ever notice that?
Someone needs to make a comic about that.
Bigfoot only appears to white people. Have you ever noticed that?
Bigfoot.
Oh my God, so racist.
There's your
And white
title for
males.
another comic.
And white males. Ah, he might
There's
be
your
having
title.
something.
Bigfoot. Done with it.
Drunk white
Outside,
rural males. only appears to drunk white rural males. He's a bigot.
My fucking everything's falling apart here. Fuck you guys.
Do you have ways of disrupting your stream?
We've lost him.
He's lost.
Yeah.
You guys totally missed my sassy Squatch. Oh my God.
Sassy. Look at
Sassy,
the abs.
sassy Squatch.
Look at my abs.
Oh my God.
You think I got these
Up
natural?
crunches.
My camera fell. Fuck. Give me a second, guys.
Wait. Abby, someone in the chat says, in the words of George Takei, oh my.
Oh
my.
Oh
my.
Oh my.
Bunny, please tell me you'll come back on and fucking hang out. Oh my fucking God. Holy shit. Oh.
We'll have to
Yes, we're a nice bunch, really.
Yeah.
I'm assuming that's not your real house, T Bunny.
I was gonna ask him. So,
he's got
what's your favorite? What
he's got a
chord
nice
do you
screen
play?
back there.
Fucking.
That's cool.
What chord do you play that fucking piano back there on there, Chief?
Well, my bedroom looks kind of sad compared to your vistas, so I it might be a little fake. It might be a little.
So we're professionals here, son. You got to fucking bring it. Bring your pianos.
No, professional.
Bring your
Melvin
pianos.
deeply in the chat says,
I play a
Bigfoot
mean
would-
chopsticks.
Bigfoot would actually be a
Expert
great
on the pianist.
Twitter handle.
Yeah.
Bigfoot.
Expert
Bigfoot
pianist.
would be a great Twitter
handle. Yeah, Bigfoot. There you go. Yeah,
Bigfoot.
we had a
There you
viewing. We had a viewing for this toothless individual near me. A sighting of a Bigfoot they call Nobby, and
Oh yeah.
you gotta look it up sometime. This guy was he was a gem. He was a
Big
real
knob.
gem. Also.
See, the thing I have is I just, no matter what, I cannot say that there could be a possibility of an existence. I can't, because then it gets to question immediately what I think. You know what I mean? I look what's in front of me. I look what's presented, and that's the way I see it. So I can't give you a definitive answer of the way I feel about the whole Bigfoot thing. That's the truth. I look at a situation, and especially with my background, I always look at shit through investigative eyes. You know what I mean? And it's just, exactly. And so
I think it all has a grain of truth. All myths and legends have grains of truth. I wouldn't be surprised if there are small groups of these creatures wandering around, like sticking to mountainous areas where they're less likely to be tracked or discovered. I wouldn't be surprised at all.
But you're always going to have the grifters. You're always going to have people that's going to grift on some type of to make. At the end, you know what? At the end, it's about money too.
Well,
look at how much money.
If you look at our cannabis and conspiracies output, we've covered a lot of things, and it seems like the commonality always winds up being is everything was just like not strictly proven, but just like one off. It's like there's eyewitness, but there's no photographic, definitive photographic proof, or there's like a preponderance of people like over and over and over again have seen very similar or the same thing, especially with like
where's the bones
stuff.
That's what I want to know.
Yeah.
Where's the bone?
Yeah.
Where's the,
well, I
where's
mean,
the physical...
you got people, with the alien stuff. You got like people like Travis. What's his name?
Pastrana, the skateboarder guy.
No, the guy that was Woods that Fire in the Sky is based
Fire in the
off
Sky.
Travis.
Travis
Watson. I
Walton.
think his name is. Yeah,
Walton,
Yeah, Travis Walton.
Yeah, and he is. You watch him say anything, and he's so. I mean, he is so cut and dried. I saw this. I saw this. I saw this.
Well, he hasn't changed his story in all those years.
Not a bit. And as a matter of fact, the more you learn about him, the more you're like, it's impossible for this guy to make up this shit. Because he's never in his past ever been a jokester. He's never pranked anybody. And he's
it only takes one story to be true. That's all it takes.
Yeah,
just one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
look at the Phoenix Lights.
We're looking at Thunderbirds next week, and when you see that Thunderbird legend is like in so many Indian cultures from one coast to the other coast, and they didn't have telegram, they didn't have any way of communicating, and yet these cultures that rose up the same time on opposite coasts have the same mythology.
There's got to be something.
There's a theory that the Earth was smaller. There's a theory that the Earth was actually smaller, that the Earth inflated. Like at the core of the planet isn't a metal core. It's a sun.
You guys haven't seen these Aliens vs Predator movies? We just talked about it. That's how they got together. The aliens. No.
The
Phoenix Lights. I'm sorry, Kurt, but the Phoenix Lights is another example. Being in Arizona, shit. That's what everybody talks about. The Phoenix Lights.
Right. Well, one thing about Travis's story that I love is the fact he said, I was a dog that got hit by a car. Okay. They didn't intend for me to be there. They were probably there. They were like refueling their spaceship, and they hurt me. And they're like, oh shit, we got to fix this thing and put it back in the wild, And he was like, I just annoyed them, And he says, I'm so disappointed in myself that I didn't like try to communicate with them. I was just so mad, and I was lashing out. I wasn't mad. I was like terrified and lashing out.
Oh yeah, you're terrified in the situation you're in. You're like,
and then he just basically dropped him off by the side of the road with a pat on the head, and then took off.
Yeah.
And he's like, if these cultures are not going to want to communicate with us, we're like, if you. When you consider our level of technology and our level of knowledge to theirs, why would they want to be having chats with us? I mean, it'd be like us sitting down with a animal in the wild and try to communicate with it.
Right. Yeah.
So I mean, it's a good point. Good point.
Disaster Area in the chat says Fire in the Sky was a great film. Yeah, I watched it. It was.
Yeah, it was heavily like it was altered, because to make it scarier or whatever.
Yeah, to make it scarier, but
yeah.
I was waiting to say with some of that Bigfoot stuff. I mean, is it possible? Remember that episode of the X-Files where they discover the feral humans that were living up in the woods?
Yep. There's reports of that in the Appalachian Mountains and stuff like that too.
Oh, there's a lot of inbreeding up his way. Trust me. I stopped going to family reunions because my cousins were looking kind of good, man. They're like my favorite aunt and uncle were first cousins. I was like, of course they were. Of course they were.
Just thinking that
I thought the rule was it had to be third cousins. Anything closer was a no-go.
No.
I was just thinking that that people from civilization coming across feral people in the woods, it would look really strange, almost caveman type. So who knows?
And there's been reports of people, running into humans that are like, they're all naked or half naked with some kind of loincloth or something.
Well,
and they're long hair and whatever.
Is that possible?
I've
where
seen
Bigfoot
reports
came
of that
from?
before.
Is it possible that's where Bigfoot came from? Because the stories could be exaggerated, couldn't they?
I need to
exaggerate
address this comment by Melvin Deeply. The only guy that failed a lie detector test in that group was a guy in that group, and he later came back and passed the lie detector. And he had medication at that time that was probably messing with the result. But Travis Walton has never failed a lie detector test. Never.
I haven't seen that film. So.
As a matter of fact, when the technology has progressed, he's always gone back and retaken it and passed. So, just saying that. Just saying. Anyway, I don't know where you're getting your information from, but yeah, you need to check it again. Anyway. All right.
All right.
Okay, well, I hope I haven't messed your show up too bad.
No.
It's that's
very
our job.
Entertaining and enlightening.
Merry Christmas, everyone.
I know, but I gotta cut this this broadcast a little short. So I really appreciate T Bunny being here today and participating and putting up with us.
Here we go.
Hey, it's not my show. I'm not going to get struck. So I let the hair down a little bit. No big deal. No big deal.
Oh, jeez.
I usually have to be the
good
good
job
guy.
On that intro, by the way.
Hey, thanks, man. Appreciate it. Appreciate it.
Very nice. Very nice. Very nice.
Yeah, that's cool. And problem being, thanks, man, for being on. Really appreciate your time.
All right.
And we'll talk after this. After this.
All right.
So, and then. Of course, Cruel Beer App, thanks so much, man, for your time coming in.
Thank you for having us.
Hey, boys.
Yeah. Always enjoy.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah. Wait a minute.
Merry Christmas, problem.
Melvin Deeply here.
You too.
There was a game show that gave people a lie detector test. Travis Walton was a guest, and he failed the test. I'll try to find the name of the show.
Hey, send me the information, man. I didn't find it anywhere when I was researching them. So
if you can find the name of the show or the episode, absolutely pass it along.
Because he's been given lie detector tests by the people who are experts in lie detectors that actually build lie detectors. So so if a game show as opposed to people who are actually experts in giving lie detector tests.
If it was a game show, he was maybe supposed to fail it. So
who knows?
I don't know. Moment of truth. All right, we'll check it out.
Okay, cool.
I'll find it.
We'll look it up. Cool. Again, thank you everybody for being here, watching, and also in the chat. Disaster Area, Melvin Deeply, Abby Someone. Everybody participating. Really appreciate you guys coming on. Papa Cotton as well. Being here today. And we'll look forward to the next time. Everybody have a great Christmas. Happy Christmas. Merry Christmas.
Bye, guys.
And we'll see you probably next weekend, maybe. I don't know. That's New Year's. But
no problem.
Everybody have a great one. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Comment in the comment section if you're rewatching this. Have a great one. Thanks, guys, for
everybody.
being here.
All right,
Thanks, everybody.